Louise from Sprinkle of Glitter recently restarted a conversation about YouTube celebrity culture and whether we idolise YouTubers too much and how this is harmful both for the YouTube celebrities and fans alike. And it's been picked up by several people. Both Mickeleh and Carrie talk about how it's important to think about YouTubers complexly and remembering that what they show to us isn't necessarily the real them, or if it is the real them, it's certainly not all of them. Carrie Fletcher from It's Way Past My Bedtime went so far as to do a 25-minute video, a chat with Benjamin Cook, which was enlightening. But the fact that she felt that she needed to do that in order to show a more rounded, less guarded sense of her personality, in that she felt that she owed it to her audience, that they see this less edited, less perfect view of her. On this theme, Jamie has been creating a series, How to Vlog, where he's been interviewing other YouTubers, and they've all been talking about the editing process and how it's important not to think too much about your audience, otherwise it will change your persona. On the converse, there have been people saying it's not just the fans' job to think about the YouTuber complexity, but the YouTuber has responsibility as well. And Francesca, or Fran, raised how the big YouTubers, you know the ones I mean, the big UK vloggers, tend to socialise with each other. I mean, they're a bunch of friends, why wouldn't they? But that supposedly they aren't spending enough time taking the effort to meet smaller YouTubers and incorporate them into their friendship groups. I do think there is this clear them and us divide. But I think that people are missing the real problem, especially when they compare it to TV. With TV, there is very much, as many people have been describing, a wall in between the audience and the viewer. And people realise that there is more to you than just you on TV. And people realise that they don't know you. Whereas on YouTube, as Neafcy said, Paul Neafcy said, that there is more of a sense on YouTube of the person being the entertainment and you are the one being consumed, and therefore there is this much more narrow divide. But I think that's looking at it the wrong way. I think that YouTube pretends to be more of a conversation than it is, certainly when it comes to the bigger YouTubers. YouTube prides itself on being different from TV because YouTube is a dialogue if TV is a monologue, I think it was phrased in Becoming YouTube, and that there is more of an interaction between the YouTube audience and the YouTube creators. People like to think that there's a sense of community, not just within the audience, as I think there is, but a sense of community between the audience and the creator. And that it is possible, if you play your cards right and have a little bit of luck, that you can get to know your favourite YouTuber, become friends with them. On TV, if there's a celebrity, of course you want to meet your celebrity, and of course you want to be like them, be friends with them. You think, oh, I've seen them in interviews, oh, I just know that our personalities would get on really well, I know that we just click. Like, I can see that me and Jennifer Lawrence would just be like that if we ever got the opportunity. But you know that there won't be the opportunity, or at least you know that it's so unrealistic that you might as well not hope for it, in the same way that I don't enter the lottery because I'm, I think, statistically more likely to die in the next 100 minutes than I am to win the lottery. So whilst there's always that fantasy, you know it's unrealistic and you don't act upon it. I think with YouTube, with the bigger YouTubers, and I am excluding this to the bigger YouTubers because I think with the smaller YouTubers it's a different matter, you see them even more so than you do celebrities in interviews. You see them talking to you directly, you get to know them a bit better than you do your usual TV and film celebrities. And again, it's not the full them, but you kind of get an idea of who it was that they want to convey, what persona they want to give out, even if it's not the real them. And you think, oh, like me and, I don't know, Jack Howard, oh, we'd be best mates if we only had the opportunity to get to know each other. Like, I can just tell from the personality, just like it is with TV and film. But because YouTube is trying to convince itself that it is a dialogue and not a monologue, that there is this conversation, that it's two-way, it almost pretends that there's more of an opportunity for you to be friends with your favourite YouTubers, to be close to them. As long as YouTube is almost hoodwinking itself into, it's almost nostalgia, or we are different from TV, there are no gatekeepers, it is more of an egalitarian platform. As long as YouTube tries to do that, I think there will be this discrepancy in expectations. The audience expects that it is different from TV and that they will get to know personally their favourite YouTubers, when actually once you get beyond a certain level, as Louise said, you can't have a meaningful relationship with 1 million people. The only thing close we have is YouTube, and that's what started this all off in the first place. Just as there is a disconnect in the expectation versus reality when it comes to interacting, I think there's also a disconnect in the expectation of honesty. Almost a complete video in itself, but we expect our favourite YouTubers to be completely honest with us, to not hide anything from us, because it is different from TV. When you go into TV, you have management, you have people training you to be on TV, training you how to deal with fame. With YouTube, you don't, as far as I'm aware, get that training. So no wonder people who, as Neafcy said, potentially the more awkward among us were the ones that originally started YouTubing, being thrust into the spotlight, having greatness thrust upon them, and then not knowing what to deal with it, and not having that coaching that other celebrities do, and yet we treat them in the same way. That's when you can get people misusing their power, and why you get people scared of their fans, or feeling overwhelmed by the whole thing, because quite frankly, in 2 years people have gone from zero to hero with no warning, no coaching, and nothing to prepare them for it, and you never know quite what to expect. I think, again, my views on fame should best be left to another video, especially as someone who wants to work in TV. It's something that I do have to consider, why I want fame and or celebrity, but I suppose celebrity in the original sense of being celebrated for work that is of merit. But that at least gives me 2 video ideas for the future. So I was going to say I would like to know what you think. I don't think anyone's watching these. So this is what I think.